Welcome to day number 10, Communication Skills and Conflict Management. Never go to sleep mad at each other. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Before this day, answer questionnaire number 1 at home and bring your answers to the day. Prepare a picnic lunch and find a blanket suitable for placing on the ground. This day will take 5 hours, hopefully on a Saturday daytime date. On this date, review your answers to the questionnaire together. Then, do the communication exercises. They may seem awkward at first, but keep at it. It'll be worth the effort. See if your mate is willing to work with you to establish good communication patterns for life. Try to make the date relative to the subject to be discussed. Use your imagination. Here's one suggestion. Find a beautiful park where you can have a picnic. Spread out your blanket and enjoy eating picnic lunch. Question number 1. Communication skills and problem solving. Have you had a disagreement with your partner yet? How was it solved? Were you satisfied with the solution? Are you avoiding talk about this issue at this time? If so, why? Analyze why you haven't been able to talk about it. How will you address this issue together? There will be strategy suggestions following in the exercises. Are you able to tell your partner what you think at any given time? Or are you afraid to talk to your partner for fear that he or she will get upset? Does your partner stop talking to you when he or she gets mad? Does he or she walk away in such situations, therefore avoiding a solution to the problem? Does he or she refuse to be discussing these issues with you? Does your partner become defensive when you discuss problems? Is he or she unwilling to listen to feedback about his or her behavior? Does your partner ever ridicule you in public? Does your partner put you down or make you the butt of jokes? Is your partner the type who has to always be right? Does he or she always have the last word? Do you feel sometimes like he or she wants to control your every thought and move? Are there subjects you'd like to talk about more with your partner? What are they? Why haven't you talked about them? How do you differ in ways you express yourself to each other? What do you do to let your partner know when you are angry? How will you solve problems when you become angry? How do you wish your partner would talk to you when he or she is angry, mad, upset, or unhappy with something you have said or done? What areas do you think are communication problems in your relationship? How can you become a better communicator? Exercise number 1. Here are the instructions. Select an unresolved issue in your relationship, read through the communication rules for resolving conflicts, and then proceed to the resolution format and follow it as you work through your unresolved issue. Stop if you break one of the communication rules. Go back to the rules and reread them. Make sure that you both of you understand and completely agree to abide by them. Then return to the conflict resolution format and begin again. If for some reason you cannot find an issue to resolve, make one up and role play the exercise. 10 communication rules for conflict resolution. Use I statements in your discussion. For example, I feel hurt when you make fun of me in front of others. Or, I know you don't mean to hurt me. I know that you love me. Avoid blaming statements and words such as always and never. You only speak about the present issue. Do not say things such as, you're always so hurtful to me. You never pick up after yourself. Instead, address only the issue at hand using I statements. I feel like a maid today when I had to pick up all the towels you left on the floor in the bathroom. Be open and humble. Listen to his or her complaint without interrupting, even if you think that he or she is wrong. Do not try to justify yourself or defend yourself at this time. Try to understand his or her point of view. Allow him or her to think and to feel. In this way, you will show him respect or her respect and love. No screaming or yelling. Do not get mad, angry, withdraw, or walk away refusing to resolve a conflict. Refusal to listen is a slap in the face to your mate. It is the same as if you said, I don't love you enough to listen to your feelings. I don't love you enough to value your feelings and resolve them. Bite your tongue. Stop thinking about yourself and listen. Stick it out. The result will be worth the effort. Do not belittle, criticize, or make fun of his or her viewpoint. Allow him or her to have his or her feelings. Repeat what you think each person said. Ask him or her if you heard correctly. Give him or her time to say yes or no and then explain again if necessary. Repeat what they have said until he or she feels satisfied that you have understood the problem that is bothering him or her and interfering with your relationship. Show empathy and understanding. I had no idea you felt that way. I'm so sorry. Focus on the goal to resolve the issue. Have faith in the process. Regard the process as an opportunity to become close to your mate and deepen your relationship. Format for conflict resolution.
Thank you for caring about me and our relationship. I really appreciate your willingness to resolve the issue that is bothering us.
Of course, I love you and want to do whatever it takes. So go ahead and tell me, what is bothering you?
Okay, well, last night I felt really upset when we were having dinner with Brittany and Phil, and you made fun of me.
How so?
We were planning a picnic together, and Brittany asked me to make cookies, and you laughed and said, "Her? You've got to be kidding. Take one bite of her cookies and you'll chip your teeth for sure."
Let me see if I understand you. Are you talking about the time I was telling them about the snickerdoodle cookies that you made for me on our second date?
Yes, I'm really sensitive about my ability to cook. I'm trying hard to learn. I admit I made a mistake when I put too much cream of tartar in the snickerdoodles. I didn't know that could make a substance turn into a rock. But that's beside the point. I felt humiliated when you made fun of me in front of Brittany. Anyway, she's been married for 4 years, was a home economic major in college, and I'm just learning, not even married yet, and it wasn't fair to make fun of me.
So, you're telling me that you don't think it's funny when I talk about the time you made the snickerdoodle cookies that were hard as rocks?
Yes, even if it's true, it still hurts.
And you feel as though I was making fun of you in a mean way?
Yeah, I know I made a mistake, but I don't like it spread around to others.
And right now, in this time of our relationship, this is a sensitive issue with you. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. And quite frankly, last night I wasn't sure I still wanted to marry you. I felt so hurt. And I thought, gosh, if he makes fun of me for the rest of our lives in other ways, why would I ever want to marry him?
I'm so sorry. I love you so much. What can I do to solve this? Do you need me? What do you need me to do in the future?
Would you please not talk about my failures and mistakes as if they were funny in front of other people? Maybe years later they will be funny to me, but right now your comments humiliate me. Could you instead brag about something good I've done, like the delicious chocolate chip cookies I made for you?
No problem. I can do that. You are great at making chocolate chip cookies. In fact, yours are my favorite. I really love you and want to give you the love that you need.
Thanks. I can tell we're going to have a great marriage. Thanks for listening. You're the best.
Bad example of conflict resolution session.
You really hurt me when you made fun of my rock hard cookies in front of Phil and Brittany last night.
Oh, come on. I was just kidding.
Why are you being so insensitive?
Get over it. You're the sensitive one. In fact, you're too sensitive. Line up. I was just joking. You know I love you. And the mate walks away, refusing to listen and resolve the issue. Now, to try your own conflict resolution session, fill in your own problem issue using the following format. You can do this in your free time. There's also another minute's turn for conflict resolution session. If you are finding that you're having serious problems communicating and your fiancé or fiancée is not willing to resolve conflicts with you according to the plan for effective problem solving, delay your wedding and ask for a professional counselor. Here is a safety net for unresolved differences. If you are finding that you are too angry to resolve your differences and need some time to cool off, or you are rushing off to a meeting and can't take the time to resolve the disagreement now, or another emergency takes precedence, agree to provide an automatic safety net for maintaining a secure relationship. Here are listed examples. Discuss and add your own safety net ideas that will work for you. First rule is no matter what feelings exist, both of you should agree ahead of time to say, "I'm sorry about this agreement." Also, agree to say, "I know we can work this out later. Until then, remember I love you very much." And then hug and kiss each other to reassure that you are still in love and have confidence that you will resolve the issue. Remember, avoid blaming, yelling, screaming, name-calling, swearing, and other harsh statements that are difficult to repair. If you have a problem in communicating in any of the following areas discussed, and are able to talk about them now, figure out how to avoid the problem in the future. By learning these important social communication skills, you are discovering keys to solving your conflicts. You're on a road to a wonderful marriage with a mate who is willing to communicate with you to resolve issues. However, if you find that you are having serious problems now in your communication, your partner is not willing to resolve conflicts with you, or he or she balks at your attempts to learn how to solve your problems by improving communication skills, delay the wedding. Seek a professional counselor. Obtain help before you marry and end up in a miserable relationship. Jackie had come from an emotionally abusive home. Her father was a controller and always had to be right. Jackie learned to keep her emotions to herself. She would never tell her father her true feelings about anything. When she met and fell in love with Taj, an outgoing, fun-loving guy, she began to open up. When they had their first fight, she immediately withdrew and refused to discuss the problem. Taj loved Jackie and understood the problems they had in communicating with each other. He didn't want to have problems in their marriage and immediately sought out a professional counselor. After 3 months of learning how to problem solve together, they married. 10 years later, they are still happily married and enjoying a healthy relationship. Remember, there is great satisfaction in marriage with a partner who enjoys resolving conflicts through positive communication skills. What did you learn new on this date? If you have any unresolved differences or conflicts, what plans do you have for resolution? Record in your journal, which I put at the end of the link, your feelings about your abilities to communicate with each other and solve problems. Do you feel that you'll be able to solve problems through your communications? Do either of you refuse to talk about issues that you have between you? If so, you must seek professional counseling. If you feel that you cannot communicate, do not get married. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much.